Starlog. Date February 1st, 2019. This is your captain, Kalè Rodriguez. Communication. It's a lost art. It's way more than just talking or posting on social media. It's listening. It's music. It's touch. It's being present. It's knowing what makes you the best person that you can be and how you get that to others. But more than anything, communication is being honest and grateful and being transparent. Nowadays, too many people don't understand what it means to be present. I'm not talking about Christmas or the holidays or something that you could put in a box, put it in wrapping paper, slap a bow on it, and shove it underneath the tree. At least once a day, my wife tells me something important, either work or life related, and I'm too busy being self-absorbed in watching SportsCenter on Snapchat, staring at world star videos and half-naked fitness models on Instagram, or trying to find the true meaning of life, which we all know is one of those tests that tell you which Disney princess you are on Facebook. I mean, every time somebody talks, I cut them off faster than a Prius on the interstate. Being present isn't that hard, but we're always making excuses. Oh, I have to do this text, I have to answer this email, keep talking. But we don't know what's going on. And the worst excuse, in my opinion, is I'm busy. You're not busy. You're making a cognitive choice to sound more important than you really are. And I get it. There's a lot of things going on, and we all have priorities, and I completely understand that. But these are the same people that said, oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't answer your phone call or your text message because I'm so busy and I don't answer my phone. These are the same people that use Instagram and Snapchat to dialogue their whole day. You need your phone for that. You could respond to a text message. You could respond to an answer from something I sent you. Or, hey, I don't want to go out because I've got work. But then, that same night, they're out drinking somewhere. That's a choice. That's not being busy. You know what an excuse is acceptable? I'm anxious. Hearing what you have to say makes me anxious. You know why? Because I may have to show empathy. I might have to show touch. And more than anything, I might have to sit in the silence of knowing that what comes next may be life-altering and I'm not equipped with the tools to handle that. My wife and I both had issues early on in our relationship in being present. We have jobs that we are luckily and blessed that we get to work from home. So what does that do? It means you never stop working. It means you never stop answering your phone. It means you never stop making excuses for, oh, that's my boss and I have to handle that. No, it's 5 o'clock. You've been working since 5 in the morning. It's 5 in the evening. You can have some you time. That can wait till after dinner, till after you snuggled your wife and she's fallen asleep, till after you've read the pages in whatever book you're working on. My wife gets so involved in her work. Mind you, she is one badass bitch, owns a power suit, and no one can fuck with her in her field. She is the golden girl, and she gets it, and everyone respects her. And why is that? Because she shows empathy. She goes the extra mile. She always responds. She puts you first with you and your needs. But in our relationship, that hurt me because we were home, but she's working. I'm gone for a second, come home, and she's still working. So what did she do? She met me in the middle ground to be present. Quit working at 5. No longer on the computer. No longer on the email. We sit and we watch. We read. We sit in silence together. Because love is not a state of money. Love is being able to sit next to a person for 10 minutes, not say one word, and not want to throw up. Kidding. It's a lot more things than that. But she became present because I needed that. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do in my life now. English is a very powerful language. It has millions of words. 2 words, no more powerful than yes and no. Like, yes, I want a new opportunity. I want to meet new friends. I want to go to that job interview. And no, it's okay to say no without it having a negative connotation. There's been one time in my life I should have said no, and I didn't. Like most people in the early 20s, occasionally I would drink a lot, go to sleep, wake up next day and be fine. Well, I did this one time, drank a lot, slept 3 hours, pounded a Gatorade, got a phone call from a friend who said, I'm in trouble, come get me. Done it numerous times, grabbed Gatorade, ready to go. Drove my car, got into an accident. I could have ended my career in my life on that bad decision. Not because I felt like I was impaired, but due to the fact I had definitely drank too much. And if the police would have shown up, I would have lost everything. My car, I'd have been fired, and I would have been tagged as someone who could not control their own actions on their own. Mind you, I was doing a good thing. I can't remember how scared I was to call my dad, but I know that feeling made me sick to tell him that I almost cost my career and I was sorry. And he said, literally, we can fix the car, we can fix your career. I can't remake you. And if you listen to my last podcast, you understand my dad's relationship with me. And that's amazing. Sometimes we have to say no. And it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Finding your voice. It can be really hard. For me, it's comedy or motivational speaking. But what I'm really passionate about is coaching basketball and working with younger children. I think one of my favorite things about basketball is being able to talk to kids, work with kids, give them speeches and things outside of the huddle. Also, I don't mind being called coach, and it makes it way easier than them trying to say my name, which is Kalè, but if you read it, it sounds like Kale. But in all reality, I just started coaching in upstate New York without my wife for the first time in 3 years, and we're about 14, 15 games in the season, and all of the kids said they feel really bad for me because my parents named me Coach. And it's only funny because they're all white, and I can clearly see them thinking that. But there's one kid, he's probably one of the younger kids on my youngest team, and I told him that my name was Kalè, and he goes, Kalè, like Colleen in the floors? And I died because that was the greatest and worst pun that has ever hit me in my entire life. And like I said, me and my wife have been doing this for a while, and it's crazy how my wife and I can see the same situation but communicate in 2 totally different ways. Here's the scenario. Our team was in the city semis last year. We were down by 10. We were riding a 9-game win streak, and it was our championship to win. This is what she said.
We are the hardest working team in the league. Stay positive. Keep doing what we're doing, and everything will be okay.
How I respond to the exact same situation. Stay calm. This is your fucking championship. Stay calm, believe in yourselves, and believe in each other the same way that I believe in you. If you do that, I promise that at the end you will fucking be there. Did you expect this to be easy? They came in and punched you in the mouth. Did you think they were just going to roll over and die because you're the best team in the league? No championship has ever been won without being challenged. They hit you with everything. Now, if you apply the pressure and you keep chipping, they will crumble. And when they do, we rip off their heads and spit down the throat. Let's get a break on 3. Now, after listening to both, I realized my wife is way more child-friendly than I am. But after hearing her talk, I don't want to go to war. I don't want to die for you. I want to sit in a circle around a campfire and make s'mores and sing Kumbaya. After hearing me talk, I want to run through a wall. I know we might not win, but if I believe in myself the way others believe in me, I can do anything. And more than anything, I want to punch somebody in the motherfucking face. But I've been working really hard on my cussing. I may cuss when I talk to the boys, but I will never, ever, ever cuss at a kid to discipline them, because that's bullshit. I remember when I was younger, kids, coaches would be like, "You're an idiot. What the fuck are you thinking?" Nobody deserves that shit. Nobody. That shit sticks with you. And I got to deal with my younger girls team that if I cuss, I do push-ups. So I've been really good. I've only got, like crap and ass. And the other day I told a girl, "You're doing a great fucking job." And one of the girls was like, "Oh my God, coach, that's 20 push-ups." I was like, "Nah, that's only 10 push-ups. It's just a bad word." "No, it's the F word. It's like the greatest of all bad words. You can't just go saying that anywhere." And I wore it, took my medicine, and pretty much did, my 20 push-ups. Last but not least, being honest. Being honest is hard because you're being vulnerable. And you're giving people all of you, which for these podcasts, for me, has actually been amazing because I've had hard times telling stories, hard times opening up, and it really, really helps. But along now with the honesty is you have to be grateful. And I mean all the time. And it's hard because gratitude's a very hard thing. Not just when you need things like, "Oh my God, somebody's sick. Thank you so much for making them better." But I mean, be grateful for the things that you have, your job, your parents. For me, Carlos, a jack in a box, a working car. Because you can fix all the things that break. And they can be taken away from you if you're not grateful for them. And that's one of the hardest things for people to just understand, that being grateful really makes your life more positive if you practice and keep that flowing through your everyday life. I don't know a lot of things, but what I do know is this is Starlock, and kale is not a vegetable.